right, so here he is, the former UFC middleweight champion, Anderson Silva. The pro record doesn't look like it did a few years ago, DC, but most people still inject the name Anderson Silva into the discussion of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
It's because Anderson is doing us a favor every time he steps foot in the octagon. He could have walked away and protected the record, but the lure, the draw of fighting still is pulling at this fighter. And every time he walks in there, we're getting to witness greatness. You feel it when Anderson Silva walks up the steps. I remember staring across the octagon and going, holy cow, that's Anderson Silva. And he has that approach, he has that appeal to everyone that gets in front of him, not only in the octagon, but in life. One of the nicest guys you've ever met is Anderson Silva.
And a renewed focus on recovery and physical therapy has allowed the great Anderson Silva to compete deep into his 40s, DC. You ain't going 45, there's no way.
45,
You're
no
out.
chance.
You're gonna voice a video game.
I'm gonna voice a video game. What a great idea.
So here's the legend, George ST-Pierre, former UFC welterweight champion, former UFC middleweight champion, and DC as one of the most decorated wrestlers on this UFC roster. You gotta be pretty amazed at what this man has been able to accomplish without any amateur wrestling credentials to speak of.
Yeah, with no background, the guys that he's been in there with and controlled the wrestling exchanges has truly been unbelievable to watch. I was in Canada when he fought Josh Koscheck, and he took Josh Koscheck, who was an NCAA champion, down whenever he needed to.
Right.
But it was also the striking that made him so dangerous. I remember George ST-Pierre had this combination. It was a lead jab, a lead Superman jab into the leg kick. Everyone wanted to try and do it, and they say imitation is the greatest form of getting a compliment. We all tried to beat George ST-Pierre.
And he's got more SPs than you.
He does. He's a man.
Our tale of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Anderson, the Spider, Silva! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, George Rush ST-Pierre!
Herbert Dean's in the building. He was the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, so here we go with round one. Yes, they have locked the door behind Anderson Silva and George ST-Pierre. For a time, it appeared we wouldn't see this fight. Now Silva, several years removed from his prime, will try to solve the great GSP.
It's going to be a tough fight for Anderson. He has to make sure that George ST-Pierre cannot take him down. But Anderson is a master of space management. Anderson has unbelievable eyes. His ability to see things as they come towards him will carry him in this fight with GSP if he wants to get his hand raised tonight.
All right, early action here. We'll see how soon George ST-Pierre can get one of his patented takedowns, but it all works off of the jab that you saw right there.
It does. I mean, he does. He has a beautiful jab, and I've seen him do so much damage with that jab. You know, I keep calling back the fights, but I remember him and Josh Koscheck. The moment the fight started, bang, jab, broken orbital bone. And Koscheck in Canada, fight's over. George ST-Pierre does not throw a range-finding jab. He throws that jab with malicious intent.
Oh, Superman punch! Silva gets caught by that straight hand.
Over and over, this guy's getting hit right in his face.
Keeping busy now, connecting with those punches. Oh, great block there. St-Pierre gets tagged by that stiff jab. Defense not there for him thus far tonight. Outstanding knee to the body there. He's the taller fighter. Might as well put that size to good use, and he certainly did so there.
Big shot lands for both guys. Nice block.
Oh! Nice land there by Anderson Silva. Just a true mixed martial artist. Has so much honor and respect for the game, and somewhat remarkable. Still getting it done when matched up with the best middleweights in the world. Some damage being doled out, and now some swelling upstairs on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. Look, you don't have to prove how tough you are. You got to move your head. Be active. Don't be reactive in your defenses.
Oh, Superman punch.
Gets in close and gets that single collar tie locked in tight.
Oh, nice jab by Silva. Oh, really good job by him there to raise the guard, DC, and block those shots coming his way.
He does a great job of blocking all incoming strikes.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be head-hunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Under 2 minutes to go in a back-and-forth first round here.
Oh, he got hit again.
Massive head kick. Silva's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Oh, he lands a huge kick here. Head kick there, blocked by Silva, lands flush.
You know, that's a big thing whenever you're blocking high kicks, man. You cannot just take the brunt of that kick on one arm. You have to get that cross arm to try and guide that kick so you don't take all of it.
All right, well, oh! Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Oh, beautiful lead kick is good there by Silva. Whiffs on the straight right hand. All right, well, that blow is bumped. Oh, this could just about do it. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. St-Pierre's able to transition back to side control now.
Big ground and pound.
And there's the elbow from the top by St-Pierre.
Oh, nice elbow.
Well, St-Pierre's in half guard. Right into side control. Well, Silva's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Round two next. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cut man will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, let's get you a replay from that previous round. It was the big knockdown courtesy of that kick that nearly closed the show for good.
It almost closed the show, but nothing's more discouraging than when you get somebody hurt that bad and you don't shut the door. He has to go back to work now knowing that he's got about as tough a guy as he's ever had in front of him in the octagon tonight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. Well, an appreciative capacity crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. That previous round, I mean, get the bonus checks ready. That was insane.
It's done. These guys are taking $50,000. They laid it all on the line. They dropped a quarter in the middle of the octagon, and they said, let's go. What a round.
As usual, suffocating Suffocating work from the top here by St-Pierre.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume of strikes on his opponent at will.
Well, I mean, John, the guy can fight everywhere. And he can fight everywhere, meaning he can fight on the ground, he can fight in the stand-up, but he's also able to do it because his cardio is so good.
Right.
This is one of the best fighters that we have seen for a long time, and it is showing in this performance.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two high-level strikers going at it. It was very hard to get back up after getting taken down. But he's got there now. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really effective with their strikes in this one.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys have been beat up. It's a very competitive fight. Let's see who has the heart to carry them through these very tough moments.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Oh, I think he's still compromised. We'll see if he can recover here. He's in a world of trouble. Well, St-Pierre's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Nicely done. Silva gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Yet again, rinse and repeat, targeting that swelling, and you gotta think this is gonna start to affect his performance now.
Yeah, it's at a point now, John, where he's gonna start to get desperate. He's gonna start to make some mistakes because this swelling is not just minor anymore. We're starting to get into the major territory.
Oh, and he moves into half guard. The guard pass is starting to pile up.
Right away, he takes the far side underhook. Look for damage from the top to come now.
Oh, this is not good. Mounted crucifix, all that body weight from the top position. This could be the beginning of the end.
Yes, this could be the beginning of the end. This is a very, very bad position for the bottom guy. Top guy has moved into a position where he can finish the fight. He just needs to make sure that the trap he has set is still tended to so that the guy doesn't escape from it.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, so he lands again, just like we saw in the last round, realizing a lot of success with his Muay Thai game tonight.
You know, why change it? It's working, and it's working from the very start of the fight. The moment this fight started, you saw the advantage that we predicted was there. He started to take advantage of it early, and now he's continuing to build on that. This kickboxer looks amazing tonight.
St-Pierre's able to make a nice transition there, back into side control.
Nice transition.
45 seconds remain in the round. Oh, crucifix from the top position, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to get out?
On the bottom, you've got to start bridging. You've got to drive your feet and your heels into the mat. Start bridging and turning side to side, hoping that one of the arms slips through the cracks so that you can try to get back to a position where you can defend yourself.
Oh, another blow lands on the cut. Critical situation now. He's a bloody mess. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
St-Pierre's got his back again.
Good run.
All right, so the fighters head back to the stools, and hopefully this fight can continue. That is a severe cut. We'll see if the cut man can do some good work here.
This round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Well, Silva's forehead is just leaking blood all over his face. He's unrecognizable right now. I'm not so sure the referee's not going to stop this fight.
Beautiful transition.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. He's having his way with him here. Oh, the damage just continues to be inflicted. And with respect to the athletes, if this was a movie, I might just walk out. I don't need to see it anymore.
I mean, I just don't need to see it. It's to a point now where it's getting a bit uncomfortable. You have a fighter who's clearly outmatched, and his corner will not save him. This is crazy.
Well, he's got his back now. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
He's got good leg kicks, there it is. And he continues to work the body here. Silva's blocking well now.
There it is. Look at that.
Oh, man, another strike gets through. This could be over soon. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
All right, the official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 38 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout, George Rush ST-Pierre!
Well, you sort of had an